Day 7, the secret of true wealth. If wealth means having more, why do so many people who have everything still feel it's not enough? What if the secret to wealth isn't about creating, but about stopping? This answer has been hidden in Scripture since the very beginning of the world. In Genesis, chapter 2, verses 1 to 3, it is written, "Thus the heavens and the earth were completed in all their vast array. By the seventh day, God had finished the work he had been doing. So on the seventh day, he rested from all his work. Then God blessed the seventh day and made it holy." God's rest did not mean exhaustion. It was a declaration that everything is now complete.
The first 6 days are like human life. The days when we build, develop, and chase success. This is the season of action, accumulation, and growth. But if life only had 6 days, we would never feel it was enough. Because creating without an end is a cycle of never enough. Day 7 is the heart of the entire story. It is the day God blessed and made holy. It is a symbol of contentment, gratitude, and appreciation for what already exists. True wealth does not arise when we have more. It arises when we realize that what we have is already enough. The world teaches us that wealth is accumulation, but Scripture teaches that wealth is completeness. A truly wealthy person is not one who has the most, but one who can stop and feel grateful for what they have. Day 7 is therefore not just a day of rest. It is a state of mind that says, this life is complete. In a spiritual sense, Day 7 is the shift from having to being, from seeking to awareness. When a person learns to stop, they will discover that true wealth is not found outside, but within. Perhaps the secret of wealth is not in what you are chasing, but in the ability to stop and recognize that you already have enough. So, do you have a Day 7 in your life? Stop to prosper, the secret of the Sabbath and the sabbatical year. In a world where everyone believes the more you do, the more you gain, what would happen if true wealth actually begins with stopping? God designed humans to stop every 7 days, and even for an entire year. This is not coincidence. It is the secret to a balanced and sustainable life. Today, we will explore the meaning of the Sabbath and the sabbatical year, a secret that may change your view of wealth forever.
This concept first appears in Scripture in Genesis chapter 2, verses 1 to 3. When God completed the creation of the world in 6 days, he rested on the seventh day and blessed that day as holy. He later reaffirmed this principle in Exodus chapter 20, verses 8 to 11, commanding his people to keep the Sabbath. And not only that, God extended this principle to a societal level through the sabbatical year. The meaning of the Sabbath. The Sabbath is a day of rest every 7 days, not because God was tired, but to teach humanity the rhythm of life. It is a reminder that humans are not machines, and that wealth is not measured by the number of hours worked. Resting on the Sabbath is an act of trust that God will care for our lives, even on the days we do not work. The meaning of the sabbatical year. God extended the principle of rest to an even deeper level. Every 7 years, there is a sabbatical year. In that year, the land must rest. Debts are canceled, and the poor are cared for. This principle is not merely a religious law. It is an economy of compassion designed to reduce inequality in society
The Sabbath and the sabbatical year share the same structure, but operate at different levels. The Sabbath is the rest of individuals. The sabbatical year is the rest of society and the earth. Both reflect the same principle: trusting in God, renewal, and new beginnings. The secret of true wealth is to accumulate more and more, but God teaches us to stop and share. True wealth is not found in having the most, but in the ability to feel enough. The Sabbath and the sabbatical year are reminders that lasting wealth must be built on balance, compassion, and trust. Even if we don't follow these laws strictly, we can apply these principles in our daily lives. For example, setting aside a day of rest, sharing resources, or choosing to begin again after a difficult season. When we embrace these principles, we will discover that true wealth begins with inner balance. God designed the rhythm of life perfectly. Work, rest, and renewal are all part of that plan. Perhaps the secret of wealth is not in chasing what is new, but in learning to stop and share. So, do you have a Sabbath in your life? If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, The Mystery of Wealth, so you never miss the next episode.